So benefits sound great. Downside risk minimized. Awesome sounding program. Who qualifies? I mean, what type of companies are getting approved, and who might have a tougher time?
You have to look at the amount. To me, it comes down to, because we get calls all the time, as you can imagine. We have somebody with $5 million in insurance policy, and their premium has increased from $100,000 to $150,000. Well, to me, that's not appropriate, because remember, the last question you just asked was about the collateral requirements. If the cell is only sitting there with $150,000 in premium, but they have $1 million worth of risk, the client could find themselves in a position where they'll have to put up $850,000, just keeping the math simple, to the cell, just to make sure that there is no credit risk for the fronting carrier. To me, the premium should be 10 to 15% of the total limits. So in that case, let's say it's on a $5 million policy, the premiums are 500 to 750. That's where it makes sense, because the amount of collateral needed is lessened at that point.
Got it. Yeah, that makes sense. So it sounds like brokers should be identifying their clientele that's got premiums, $500,000 and above for their excess layers, keeping in mind that ratio, 10 or so percent.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Got it. Now, what about the losses? I mean, I would have to imagine, this would be for companies that are, doing better than their peers on the claim side and just aren't getting the cooperation from the carriers because it's a tight market. Is that accurate?
Yeah, that's very accurate. And we have people who just the entire industry or the entire marketplace has gone up. Let's take a good contractor that the first $5 million of excess for their program has gone from $750,000 to $2.2 million in premium. Well, nothing has changed with their claims. It's just they now have the entire marketplace. There's fewer carriers, so they all get in on the swindle. So you want people who have better than average claims ratios, because then it makes financial sense for them. And they also, we were just in New York with a contractor, and they've had very good claims, but the industry hasn't. And as a result, they're being punished because they're an industry that's historically had a lot of claims. So that makes all the sense in the world, because they now can take on some of that risk themselves.
Yeah. So if you're in the spot where you're subsidizing everybody else's poor experience, this could be a great solution to, recoup some of the good, safety loss control work.
Yeah, correct.
And then, so by that same logic, I assume the old rule always stands. If your loss ratio is bad and you're looking to a captive to solve that and help you save money, it's, hey, maybe you don't need a captive yet. You need the loss control, you need the safety, and get that side of the house in order.
Yeah, correct. But many times I can tell you the specialty cell captive, if you're paying $1 million in premium and have $1.2 million in losses, that's not a client that they want to put in, because that means everyone else is going to be paying for your claims because you haven't gotten control of your claims.
Right. Yeah. That makes total sense. I guess last thing for our broker partners, a lot of people are nervous to bring captives into the fold with their clients because they're afraid they're going to get replaced. But my understanding is, this is a broker driven program, and, they get paid commission and comp, same as normal. Is that accurate?
Yeah, that's correct. So the brokers are eligible for their compensation as a percentage of the premium. We also have a fair amount of brokers that end up charging a fee to their clients, similar to if they were in the traditional market.
Excellent. That's good news. Thanks, Wes.
Mhm.